soon as we start. That's so dumb, dude. We're
That
live.
dog. I'm telling you.
These dogs are so stupid.
That's what's gonna be good once I get out of here from this spot. Get my new spot.
Yeah, you know what would have been better?
If I never left in the first place.
Yeah, if you would have just pushed your pride aside and said, you know what? Come
We're
on.
here.
Come on. Give it up for your boy. What do you want from me?
Who?
Should have been at that butt. You know what I
Oh
want.
no.
Yeah.
Why can't I hear you?
Huh?
I can hear you.
Of course you can hear me. What the hell? What are you talking about?
You heard that.
What did I hear?
You forgot to mute your thing, huh?
My phone?
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever you were playing it on.
My
Computer.
phone.
Tu computer, güey.
You big dumb.
Es tu computadora, güey.
Um,
Wait, what? Oh, something was going on with my fucking.
wow.
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 It's okay. You did it at a minute 12. You just
Ooh,
barely made it, boy.
I broke the record.
You almost fucked us.
But I didn't.
We're right there, though. It was right there.
Right there on the border. Could
Right
have.
there.
Nice. Nice. The Peros.
What'd you do this weekend?
Nothing really. I didn't do anything. Nothing really at all. Like straight up nothing.
Zero? Zip? Nada?
Nada, zilch, nada.
Damn. Why?
I don't know. It just there was nothing to do.
No parties, no fishing, no dancing.
No dirty dancing, no partying, no fishing, no cumbias.
No tattoos?
Did I tattoo this week? No, not this week. People aren't getting blasted right now. They're trying to save money for Christmas. I did have an appointment today. They canceled. So, cuckoo, cuckoo.
Why?
He said that it's because he wants to get a tattoo around a tattoo I already did, but he said it hasn't healed, which I don't think so.
You don't think
Because
it
I did
has, or
that.
you don't think it hasn't?
I don't think it has not, because I've done it like 2 weeks ago.
Maybe it's still
So,
sensitive.
so I'm like, nah, bro. Like that would have worked maybe, but nah.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's still sensitive, and he's like, I can't. It hurts.
Well, it's maybe. But I was
That
just
hurts,
like,
man.
I don't know, bro. Like, I think it's pretty healed. But he might think it's not.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know. I'm thinking he just didn't have money for it, so he just postponed it. It would have just been easier to tell me, like, hey, bro, like, I don't have the money for it today. Like, can we schedule this for next week? And I would have been like, sure, sure.
You're like, no,
No,
right now.
right now or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. But
Cute.
he decided to not show up. Oh, well, he let me know. He decided to cancel.
He didn't just not show up.
Yeah. Which was good. Good thing you told me because I would have showed up and I would have been like, damn.
Oh yeah, that would have been fun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But I didn't do anything. You went to the meet, right?
Yeah, I went to Addie's powerlifting meet. It's been a busy month, dude.
She went.
She ended up switching to bench and deadlift only. So she went in at like full power. Like, so there's like a whole bunch of different like categories that you go into, and she went full power for 60 kilos. She almost made the class under her, like 56 kilo or something like that.
Right.
She was off by like 3 pounds. She wasn't going for it. So we're just like, well, now we know that we can get you there to a smaller class, which is dope. But the judges were just like on some shit, dude. Like So I guess this federation's been like called out for being too lenient on their calls. And
Hmm.
so they're like super like up the ass with squats. And I don't know how true like this is. This is just what I heard. So but yeah, they were like pretty up the ass with squats. Like from
Hmm.
what I saw, she hit depth like twice on her squats. The first one it was her fuck up because when you like put on wrist straps, you have to take the thumb loop off, and she forgot on her
Right.
first attempt. So they red lighted her for it, so she didn't get the lift. But then the next one was like a perfect squat to me. If you ask me, maybe one red light, but she should have gotten that lift. But they didn't. They didn't give it to her. They said she was like half an inch too high,
Hmm.
and I was like, if you say so, right? And so from her first attempt, so right now she holds every national record for the like 17-year-old 60 kilo class.
Right.
And so this was her last chance to push those numbers further. Um,
Uh-huh.
so I think if I'm remembering right, her first her first squat was like 20 kilos over her like national record.
Right.
Like it was a lot. And they called her on like she didn't get it, so we're like whatever. And but that shit moved so fast that I was like, yeah, you got 10 more kilos, like 7 more kilos in you easy, like 15 pounds. So we went for that. She crushed it, but they were like, yeah, she's too high. And I was like, and then I watched other girls squatting, and I was like, they literally just did the same shit. They hit
Right.
the same depth. Like, I don't understand. Um, and then her third attempt, like she had already gotten in her head, and she was like, "Nah, there's no way I'm making this lift." So she like bailed on it, um, which sucks because then she bombed all her squats, which then disqualifies her essentially. But then they were like, if she wants to, she can switch to bench and deadlift only. That way,
Right.
she's still in the running and whatever. And so basically, all her lifts that she would have hit in full power, every single opener, like first attempt that she had, would have broken the national record. Like would have rebroken the national record, and then she would have had all of it again. Because I guess at some point somebody beat her deadlift,
Right.
but now um I mean she missed all her squats, so there's no way that she could break any more records for full power because she's already disqualified. So I told her, and she was super upset about it, and I was like, hey, this is what I'm seeing, this is what we're hearing, this is like, blah blah blah. And then she's like, I don't want to hear it right now, like I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to listen. Like, and she got an attitude about it because she was upset, understandably. But I'm also like, hey bitch, like I'm your fucking coach, like we need to fucking talk about this, we need to get through this and figure out the game plan and the next step that we're going to take to close this bitch out, like. And so she like fucked off, she ran away basically, like, and went and just tried to get her head out, like whatever, like get out of her feelings or whatever. And so she just disappeared for like, I didn't see her for like 15 minutes.
Right.
And then she ended up like going to the front and just talking to some like dude that she knows, and she's like, yeah, we pretty much just like basically she's like, we pretty much just gossiped.
Right.
And I was like, okay, like I guess like and that's when I told her like, hey, like you can't be doing that shit. Like we have a game plan. They don't know like what we've worked on, what you're capable of. Like they don't know shit about you, like when it comes to your lifting recently. And I'm like, we need to, like, I was like, I don't care how upset you are or what you're dealing with or any of that. Like we need to talk about it. We need to figure it out. And she's like, well, after I talked to that guy, I felt better because then it like got my head, my mind off of things. And I'm like, doesn't
Right.
matter. It still happened, right? So I was like, we need to figure it out first, and then we can go to normal conversation. We're not going to sit there and spend like 45 minutes of unnecessary, like talking about it unnecessarily. I was like, once we figure out what we want to do, talk about it, get the game plan down, blah, 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 like then we can just move on from there, and then, shit's back to normal. I was like, but I want to know that you are in in the right headspace to keep going. Like
Right.
we can't have you like just, flustered, and then you miss all your next lifts because you can't fucking focus, or because, you're all fucked up in the head from all that shit. So, um, she ended up saying like, all right, well, I'm gonna go bench and deadlift only, and we're like, all right, cool. And so we looked up what the records were for it, and her opening bench was going to match it. So then her second bench, her second bench was like 5 kilos over it, so like 12 pounds or something like that, 11 pounds,
Right.
and hit that pretty like not like perfect, but like it was kind of like a struggle. So I was like, all right, well, let's just chip it and we'll go like 2.5, 2.25 or whatever. Yeah, 2.25 kilos over. So like 5 pounds over it. And then, that'll be your bench. And she just missed that. She just couldn't lock it out. And then so I was like, whatever. I was like, still, we have a new national record at 55 kilos for bench. And then deadlift, she hit every single lift, which I was like, that's a fucking great way to bounce back. Her second attempt was the one that broke the national record, and then her third attempt pushed it even further. So either way, she ended up still walking out with 2 national records and 2 first places for bench and first place for bench only and first place for deadlift only.
Right.
And basically the solutions we have for squats are like, well, let's get you some lifters, because that's like the issue is that her knees would push forward, from my understanding, which would then make her knees essentially go lower. So even though she's at depth, like her hip is like, you know what I mean, like at a 90 or whatever, like her hip dropped down to depth. It didn't, because her knees pushed forward and moved lower a little bit. So I was like, well, fuck, I guess, man. Like, so we're like, well, let's just get you some lifters and then we'll be fine. Like, you should be fine after that. Like, don't worry about it anymore after that. So, and then, but yeah, and then the week before was my meet, and the week before that there was what the hell were we doing the week before that? I think it was Stuart's daughter's funeral.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, you
that
talking about
was
that.
yeah, that was yeah, because that's the day that they were doing the Viking strongman, the Viking power challenge,
Yeah.
for Leif Erikson Day. And yeah, I missed that because I went to the funeral, and then my meet was next the week after that, and now Eddie's meet the week after that, and that ends October for us. So like, I was like, fuck, man, we've been so busy. I'm just fucking tired of it. Like, I'm ready to
Fuck.
just chill for a bit.
I
And
know.
but now, like this coming week, I start my new diet. I start my new programming, like, and then I'm programming stuff for Addie, and um still have Aaron that's gonna do shit. So like December 3rd is gonna be our next like big day. But
December
yeah,
3rd.
it's been quite the month.
Quite the shit show.
Yeah, it's just been busy, dude. I was like, fuck, man, I'm tired. Like, I've been tired since my meet.
What about that whole Black Adam thing? Have you wanted to go see that? That just came out with The Rock. Has
You
nothing
have
to
the
do with
worst segues.
I
No,
wasn't trying to segue anything. I was just trying to go straight to it. There was no segue about that.
so random.
That's how I be. I was
So
like, nice
fucking
powerlifting.
random.
Anyways, how's about that Black Adam?
I don't know. I haven't wanted to go watch it, at least. Like, if somebody else was like, "Hey, let's go watch it," I'll go watch it. But I don't really care. Like,
Hey, see if you want to go watch it.
yeah, come over and we'll go watch it.
Nice. All right, I'll be there. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it really either. I haven't even seen previews for it. Have you? I haven't even seen previews or anything for it. So
I don't know.
I don't even know if it's good or not.
I saw like a thing about it, but I haven't seen shit about it.
I haven't really seen anything about that. What I did see was Mr. Beast played rock paper scissors against the Dwayne Johnson to see who donates 100,000 to a charity.
Cute.
Yeah, he won. Mr.
Who?
Beast won.
Of course he did.
He beat Dwayne Johnson at rock paper scissors. But he still donated 100,000. They both donated to. They said, what was it? The Make a Wish Foundation. $200,000, güey.
$200,000 to the Make-A-Wish?
Yeah, well, 100 each.
What do you mean 100 each?
Well, 100,000 each. They both donated.
So whoever lost, they get to pick the charity?
Yeah, whoever lost had to donate to a charity of his choice. But Dwayne Johnson lost, so he was going to donate 100,000 to the Make a Wish Foundation. But Mr. Beast was like, "Oh, he's like, I'll donate too." Like, yo también, güey.
Hell yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, well, Mr. Beast doing big things, huh?" That was balling like a motherfucker.
Yeah, but he doesn't spend his money on himself.
I know. That's what I
Right.
noticed. But he has a lot of money.
Well, he talks about it. He's talked about it in a couple things, which is like cool because he's like, I feel hypocritical if I do. Like it doesn't feel right.
He doesn't feel right if he does it.
Yeah, like he's like, I just feel like a hypocrite because he talks about like giving money and doing this and doing that, but then he's like, yeah, and then I don't do that. Like, he's like, that's that's like shitty of me if I'm like telling people to do all this, then I don't do it.
Makes sense. I mean, he's talked about it before. Yeah, I saw that. It was like a video documentary kind of thing?
I don't know. I saw him talk about it on like Joe Rogan, and then he was on another podcast. I forgot which one, but
yeah, he talks about it in a couple places. But I mean, that's cool. Yeah, he was talking about the whole. He bought an expensive car because he never had one, and then he bought one, and then he felt like shit, so he just gave it away.
yeah.
I think he gave it to one of his friends or some shit like that. Then he just was like, "Nah, I don't need any of this shit." He didn't even know why he bought it because he's like, "I don't even drive." He's like, "So I don't even know why I bought it." He's like, "I get driven to everywhere." He's like, "My friends always come pick me up or something."
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he gave his friend a car, so he was like, "You just drive me around, motherfucker."
Yeah. One thing I did see though, it has nothing to do with what we're talking about again, but they canceled Chainsaw Man in the U.S. I didn't look into why exactly, but I saw like a quick post about it, like a while ago.
Right.
I think like 2-3 days ago, that it was saying they canceled it, but I didn't really look into it. Which I guess I should have. All right. If I'm gonna fucking mention it.
There's a lot of people that were excited about it. I don't know. I didn't know it got canceled or anything like that.
Let's see, Chainsaw Man. Let's see, canceled.
Oh, the rumors.
Despite various rumors, the English version of Chainsaw Man anime has not been canceled.
Oh, you got bad info.
Got a bad info. It was on fucking.
You're a what do they call those people? An analyst, a reporter,
A fucking shitty reporter.
Journalist. You're a shitty journalist.
I saw the fucking video.
Give me your paperboy hat.
Where is it? I don't have it. What are you drinking? What is that? Is that one of those? Is that one of those fuck you up teas?
No, this one's a Bud Light lemonade. It's not that bad.
No.
Never
heard of it.
That's because Mexico has better shit.
Do you think? Way better.
I found that michelada thing that I was drinking over there, the Soul one.
Oh yeah.
I found it here. That shit sucked.
Really?
Yeah, they only sell it in tall boys like this, and it's gross.
Yeah, the other ones here aren't that big. Remember, they're smaller cans.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why it's worse here. You would think it's the same fucking ingredients, but it's evidently it's not, and it's gross.
They have another one that I don't think you've tasted. There's one called Michelada. That one's pretty good too.
That's the one I had. That's the blue one.
No, that one's Clamato.
No,
No, that's
fuck
Sol
you. Nope.
Clamato.
Mm-mm.
They got another one called Michelada. Yeah, look at it.
Mm. Mm-mm.
It's different.
Mm.
Instead of having like a blue stripe on it with the Clamato, it has a green stripe on it. It's called
Mm-mm.
Michelada. That one's pretty
Nah,
good because I can't drink a lot of those Sol Clamato ones because they give me heartburn.
it's just called a chelada, and they have another one that's red that's called a michelada.
Oh,
What did
this
I
is
have? Chelada, and then there's chelada limon y sal.
there's
No, that's
chelada.
the. I think that's the Mexican ones. Hold on. I
It's
mean, I
because
think that's the American ones. I think.
no, it's because they have Sol Clamato.
Nah,
Yeah, see, they have the chelada, but they don't. That's not the one I'm talking about. There's another one.
they have an orange one that's chelada mango.
Oh, it's the one with the red, the michelada.
Yeah.
That's the one that's good. That one's good. I've never had the one that's green like that. The
Oh, I don't
chelada.
know. The blue one, that's the one I like. That's just so good.
Yeah, the blue
Yeah,
one's the one.
I didn't see any of the red ones. Are they just popular or are they just
There you don't see them as often. I've seen them a couple times, like at the little stores, and that's how I tried them.
huh.
I'm sure if we go to like Walmart or maybe uh who sells Soul? Is Soul by the Corona company or is Soul from I think Soul is Corona company. So you have to go to one of those Modelo Rama ones here, the Modelo fucking beer stores.
Mm,
They sell them. But the Chelada ones are cool. You should try those. The Michelada ones, I mean. They got the new ones, those mango nata ones. I've
yeah.
seen them at the store, but I've never tried them.
I want to try that michelada one. That one sounds good.
It is. It's good, dude. Because it's not. It doesn't have like that tomato juice in it, so it doesn't like make you feel like bloated.
It
And the
doesn't make me
Michelada,
feel bloated.
the the Sol Clamato ones do. Those make me feel bloated after I drink. I can't like drink a whole like bunch of those. I can only drink maybe like two. After that, I feel like full. I don't
Yeah.
want it anymore.
I don't know. I like them. I don't have issues with them.
No, they're good. Like I like them, but that's the only thing that I don't like about them is I can only drink like two. If I push it any more than that, like I feel like overly full.
Mm.
Like, and I don't like that
Could it be
about those.
because they're just too good? And you're like, damn,
Maybe it could be.
these shits are too good. I can't keep drinking them.
It's too bueno way. It could be. I don't know,
I
but
bet it is.
try the red one, the chilada one.
No.
That one's pretty
Mm-mm.
good.
No.
Or no, not chilada, michelada.
No.
See way, try it.
I have to go to Mexico to try it.
Well, when you come, well, hurry up and come over here.
No.
See way. Te va a gustar, way. And if you don't, then you don't. As my homie Biggie Smalls would say, if you don't, no, now you know. Well, any fucking ways. Have you seen anything interesting happen lately?
Anything interesting?
Anything that has caught your eye?
No, dude, I've mostly just been super involved with powerlifting lately. So, like, and not even like powerlifting, everywhere, but mostly just focused on the shit that I'm working on, like
The super powerlifting event? When's your next meet, anyways?
May 12th
May 12th?
in Sandy. It's going to be at FitCon.
FitCon?
Yeah, so that's what I'm getting ready for now. I'm already like starting prep and all that. Not prep, but like I'm doing volume, and then I'm going to do a strength block, and then I'm going to start the actual prep for it, the peaking.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing, because I qualified for nationals for the untested in Vegas.
Oh, yeah?
But then I might as well just get on all sorts of shit and do it. But then I was like, oh, I want to go untested though. So I'm gonna go do the drug tested at FitCon, and then go to and then I'm thinking of going to nationals in Vegas
That'll be
with
dope.
that. Yeah, and I think Aaron might do what's it called too. He might switch over to USPA, and I think if he does, then he can do FitCon with me, and he'll have from December until May 12th to do it. I don't know what he wants to do. He's like one of the young kids.
Right.
I don't know what he wants to do after that. If he has any plans, or if he wants to switch over right after that, or if he just wants to keep focusing on what he's doing. But if we both do FitCon, then he might qualify for nationals also, and then we both just go to nationals next year,
No, that'll
or
be dope.
2024. Yeah, and then Addie's thinking of switching to USPA as well. So she wants to do nationals this year, and then she might find a USPA meet like in December or something next year.
Hmm.
Do that, and then she'll probably qualify for nationals too. And then basically the whole Valhalla team will go to nationals in Vegas. But we'll see. I don't know what the plan for everyone else is. I just know what I'm doing. I don't know what Addie wants to do just yet, but right now she's focused on taking some records at nationals for the thing that she's in, and then dropping her to 56 kilos, and then the USPA nationals aren't that much. They're like the same thing as like what hers is.
Right.
So
That'd be pretty cool.
yeah, um, like those are like the same records as like the USP as a APF. I don't know if this is like if what she sent me is like the same thing because it's like 253.5 pound squat, 149.9 bench, and 287.7 deadlift, which she's like literally like 10 pounds off of all of that. Like 10 pounds
Right.
off of breaking all of that.
Hmm.
So, except for bench, I think bench she's maybe like 20 pounds off of it.
Hmm. That's not too bad though. 20 pounds ain't that much.
Yeah, and I was like, the thing is that you bitched out on all your fucking bench while I was in Mexico and a whole bunch of your shit that you were supposed to do. So she was pretty much just hitting compounds and then fuck off, you know? And then bench days, like she would hit bench and then just leave because she's like, that's like her worst event. So she'd be like, I'm leaving. Like, I did bench, I'm leaving. And I'm just like, so at least I think that's what I remember her telling me because she was like, I'm just going to be straight up with you. Like, this is what I did while you were in Mexico. And I'm like, well, that's
Yeah.
shitty of you. Like, why the fuck would you do that? Like, just because
Like I didn't
I'm
do shit.
not here doesn't. But for some reason, me leaving like to Mexico, all the kids just went berserk and like just a shit show. Like, it was a fucking shit show.
They just went home.
Yeah, they just all started fucking around and stopped. Like, I think Aaron was the only one who stuck with what he was trying to do because his numbers show it, you know? And
Yeah.
I was just like, dude, what? Like, how the fuck? Like, why? Like, and Nico was like, dude, I don't know what the hell happened, but he's like, it's like you're the fucking dad here, or like the babysitter. Like, as soon as you left, they went fucking wild. He's like, they just went fucking buck nasty on bullshitting to where
Right.
like other members started like complaining about them, and I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, man. I was like, well, I don't know what the like. That's their problem. So,
What do you want me to
um,
do, Nico?
yeah, it's like I already fucking didn't, I already wasn't there for it. So
Now you gotta tell him. You gotta threaten him, Steve, before you leave this time. Like, okay, going on vacation. When I come back, this fucking gym better be on it. I'll find out you guys were fucking off. That's it.
yeah. So I was just like, I don't know, dude. Like, I was like, I don't know what the fuck happened or why they started bullshitting like that, but um, yeah. Now Addie's super on top of her shit. Now she's like really determined to really get after shit. It seems like I think bombing out squats is like what she needed. She had like 3 like bad meets basically, if you like counting this one, like where shit just didn't go as planned. And she's like, it sucks because she's like, I went into the meet with a good
Right.
coach and just had a shitty day. And I'm like, I mean, the difference is that your last fucking coach left. Like, one of your coaches didn't even show up. And then the coach you had for your last meet fucking left halfway through because, like, she gave him attitude. And so he was like, fuck this. And he left.
Hmm.
So I was like, well, and she was telling me, she's like, if I would have stayed there and you would have tried to talk to me, she's like, I would have freaked out and gone off on you. And I was like, and then she's like, and like, she's like, I was worried that like you would leave, like you would just up and leave after that. And I'm like, Eddie, I'm not like a fucking kid. Like, if you would have yelled at me in front of everybody, I would have just dragged your ass outside so we could talk. I would have been like, and I was telling her, I was like, I literally would have said it to your face, been like, you want to yell at me in front of all these fucking people? Like, let's go outside. Like, let's go outside and talk. And then we'll see if you're fucking like still feeling down to fucking yell at me like that.
Hmm.
And so, and I was like, look, I'm not like all your other fucking coaches. I'm not like your fucking family. I'm not like any, like the environment that you were fucking brought up in. Like, I'm not just like gonna fucking push you aside and not give a shit about like what you have going on or what you're thinking or how you're feeling. Like, because like from my understanding is like her family just makes her feel like they just act like they don't want her, which sucks. You know what I mean? Especially for like a kid growing up like 17 years old at this point, like, and it's like that's how she grew up, and you know, so she kind of like is like, well, I don't know, like, then I'm like, I'm not just gonna fucking up and leave. Like, I'll give you a choice of like, hey, after like, you know, meet's over, like, what do you want to do? You know, because I'm not gonna take that shit from you. So we could either go our separate ways now, or you can get your shit together and we can fucking move on from it.
Right.
So, and she's like, well, I don't know. She's like, she's like, she's like, I don't know. She's like, I understand what you're saying, but she's like, that's just how I deal with things. I was like, well, that shit has to stop because I was like, that it shows your immaturity. I was like, you talk about how like you're an adult and you're grown and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, but that just shows that like you're not grown and you're not an adult and you don't have the maturity level to like recognize when, you know, you're fucking up and be able to take that step back and have the perception to say like, shit, man, what do I do? Like, you know, and be able to talk shit out. I was like, that's important. I was like, we need to talk stuff out. I was like, I need to know how you're feeling, not you fucking just take off and go bullshit with somebody else because it gets your mind off of it. It's like, let's talk about it and get your mind past it instead of getting your mind off of it. I was like, because now this is going to be like the one thing you fucking think about for the next week or two. So,
Right.
you know, and but yeah, now she's like more determined than ever to be like, fuck that, we're coming back and we're gonna kick the shit out of some bitches. And I was like, good. Like that's the mentality you have to have, that CT Fletcher thing where it's like, hey, like those bitches better be ready for like they better be ready to fight over second and third because you're taking first.
Hmm.
So I'm like, hopefully you have that fucking, you know, that attitude leading up in the meet and have that attitude when shit gets hard because that's when it fucking really shines through.
Right.
So we'll see. But it seems like she's pretty down to do all the shit. Loon said, yo,
Loon.
with big, what's his name? Big Chungus?
Is that his
What?
name? The
No, what's
little.
his name? That Uganda Knuckles. Uganda Knuckles.
Is that Uganda? Because you follow me, you know the way. I know the way.
Yeah, Loon knows the way.
What's up, Loon? Yeah, we haven't even. Hey, we haven't even played games in a while. That's
I
fucked
know.
up. We
That's
need to
because
start.
I'm busy. You're busy. I
I
think you're
know.
busy, but I'm busy.
Well, I'm always working. I'm always doing like. Well, right now lately it's slowed down, but I was always tattooing or doing something. Now we did this, so we're busy doing all sorts of crazy shit. Seems like they're trying to get buff.
I'm not trying. I'm
Well, not
failing.
for you.
I'm failing.
I'm failing. I
Failing at it.
can't.
Can't
I
get
can't no
buff.
more.
I've been trying. I've been trying to get buff. That's why I got a coach so I can get buff.
It's still not working.
Not yet because we haven't worked on it. But that's the next thing I'm doing is getting buff. That's what we're gonna do. He's like, He's like, all right, cool. Now that we had time to fuck around and play, he's like, it's time to
Not fuck around
get
and
you
play.
dialed. Yeah, he's like, it's time to get you dialed in and get you jacked at
Ooh.
220 pounds. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm down. I like that.
Hey, Luna, are you still playing Fallout 76? Or are you playing something else now?
Dude, I haven't touched that game since the last time we played.
Dude, we should have played it because the Halloween stuff always comes out.
Nah.
We fucked up already. Too late.
No, it's not. It's the 23rd. The Halloween still hasn't even happened.
Should we play?
Loon still plays.
Yeah.
Mm.
See, we should go play.
Mm. When?
I don't know.
That's perfect. That's a good.
Perfect.
I'm
That's
glad.
great.
See,
Love
because
that.
now between like work, the podcast, coaching, lifting,
We could do it
where
on
are we gonna find the time?
after the podcast. Actually, we
Today?
should play and then during the podcast. Not play during the podcast, but play before the podcast, and then do the podcast, and we can talk about it. He's waiting on the new Modern Warfare. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
the new one way.
I
Well,
haven't
there
played
was an
any.
update that they were doing. Was it to the new? Was it for the new Modern Warfare that they were talking about, or is it the current one where they're making it? I think it was an update to where now that you unlock one of the mods for like the weapons, like a scope or whatever for that class, it unlocks for all of them. You don't have to fucking grind out like every single weapon to get the same fucking scope. I think it was an update that they were doing to the current one.
What game?
To Modern Warfare. Or it's not Modern Warfare, it's a what is it? Warzone? The Call of Duty Warzone?
I don't know. I never played that
It
game.
might be that or it might be what Modern Warfare. I didn't really pay attention to it because I don't really play those games like that. But they were talking about they were doing it's either an update or something they're gonna do for the new one. To where you remember how on the games you used to have to each gun you used to have to like grind that gun out to get the next like mod for it, like a scope or a stock or a grip, and they
Yeah.
want to change it to where now you just grind out one gun and it unlocks for that class of guns for all of them. You don't have to like grind out every single each gun individually.
Um,
So pretty much you can grind
I
out
guess
one
it
gun
makes
and then it
sense.
unlocks everything. Like, well, once you unlock the thing, it's available for all those guns in that category. So if it's like an SMG, that scope or that stock would be available for the SMGs. Something like that I heard, but I could be off. It might be for the new one. It might be for the current one. I don't know. I don't know if you heard about it, Loon.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
But something like that.
Pretty removed from all that shit now. So, especially Call of Duty stuff, I don't pay any attention to that.
Yeah.
Like that, but that's like half of what fucking TikTok is like Fortnite and Warzone.
I think Fortnite is gonna stop now.
No way. Nah.
They sent out like a message about I forgot what day. I think it was in November. In November, they're supposed to be the last. They said the last. Pretty much, they're saying that's the last of it. No mas. They sent out a message on their Twitter.
It's probably because they're coming out with a new one, Fortnite 2,
Maybe
and it's going to be the same fucking game.
it might be, but they said that the little bus. They're
Mhm.
like it takes off for the last time on this day. Like thank you for the support and blah 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 and pretty much what they're saying is yeah no mas Fortnite.
Now,
It came on the Twitter feed.
you
They put
believe
it up.
that shit? You
I
know
don't
how
believe
good of a marketing strategy that is? They're going to be like, oh, well, we were going to do it, but now that there's so much support, we're going to keep it going because you guys love this game so much. That's what they're going to do. Mark my fucking words. Or they're coming out with Fortnite 2.
Probably.
Guarantee it. Because then everyone starts over on Fortnite 2, right? And then everyone has to buy all those V-Bucks again so that they can start buying skins again.
It might be. I don't know. I
That's
don't
what's
even.
gonna, dude. That one of those two things is gonna happen. I fucking guarantee it.
Well, that game, like, it was good for for like that generation, like the kids that grew up in that little era. After that, like, they kind of outgrew it and they moved on to like Call of Duty and Modern Warfare and like other games now, pub and all that. And they outgrew it. That's kind of like what happened with people were saying with Ninja. Remember, people were saying that people like outgrew him. Like in the beginning, yeah, his audience was like, he was he was like one of the best streamers out there,
Well,
or the top, I
Ninja
guess.
was apparently I watched a whole thing about him, but he was getting big because he was himself, like unapologetically like him. Like he would
Yeah.
talk shit, he would like do
And then he
whatever,
started
and
censoring himself and changing
hmm yeah, and then
because of the
all
audience that he had.
yeah, exactly. And people were like, "Fucking Ninja sold out, bro!" Like, and I'm like, dude, I get it. I would if they told me like, "Hey,
Falling.
we'll give you millions of dollars, millions."
Well, wasn't he sponsored by like Fortnite or some shit like that? Wasn't it like the
He's
face of
sponsored by
Fortnite
like
almost?
Red Bull, dude.
Yeah, he was like the face of Fortnite though too.
Says
Didn't even have.
Fortnite will be shutting down on September 26, 2018.
I don't think that's right.
Fortnite is 100% not shutting down in 2022 or 23. Many are looking up the Fortnite shutting down tweet where supposedly the official Twitter account has mentioned that Fortnite will be shutting down on a particular date. Note that this tweet is fake.
Oh,
Unless you see a tweet actually available on at Fortnite Games Twitter account, don't believe anything else because it can be easily photoshopped.
yeah. Somebody posted some shit like that, and it was all over the fucking like
Hmm.
Instagram. Not
Yeah, see, there's no
TikTok.
way. They make so much fucking money that there's no way they're shutting that shit down.
Yeah, they just recently came out with like a Dragon Ball Z type of skin and all that.
Yeah, and
Got
now like
Goku and all
Goku's
that
in
shit.
so yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, October at the end of this year, we're just going to shut that bitch down."
No, I didn't think so either. I was like, nah, I don't think so.
I can see them doing it if they're like, "We're going to shut down Fortnite."
Because Fortnite 2 is coming out.
That or people are like, "No, don't shut it down. I love this game, blah blah blah. Like if you do it, my pussy will hurt." And then they're like, "Okay, fine. We won't shut it down because you guys are committed."
Dude, there's some people that go hard in that game. I'm like, dude, it's not that serious.
That's what I'm saying. People spend so much fucking money. They made $4.5 billion.
Fuck.
You think they're shutting that shit down?
Fuck no.
That's what this thing said. Look.
They're like, hell no, we're not.
Fortnite is a game by Epic Games, and its net worth was $4.5 billion in July 2018. It was expected to pass 8.5 billion by the end of 2018. Due to this, there will certainly be no issues from Epic's side related to handling such a huge number of players. Let's see, Fortnite revenue.
They made a gang already. Fuck, they still make a gang. You didn't hear about that kid that fucking stole his mom's. I'm sure it happened a lot, not just him, but it's a kid that stole his mom's fucking wallet.
Check this out.
What?
2018, Fortnite made $5.4 billion. 2019, 3.7. 2020, 5.1. 2021, 5.8.
Fuck, dude. Whoever owns Fortnite was fucking banking out.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way that they would be like, okay, we're just going to shut it down. But there was a kid who stole his mom's card so that he can buy Fortnite stuff.
Yeah, he bought like a shitload of V-Bucks. He bought like $500 worth of V-Bucks.
Damn.
And his mom called like complaining. And it was like all recorded. And it was on a.
They were like, no refunds.
No, they were like, well, it says here you bought it for, your credit card number, everything's here. Like, and she's like, no, fuck that. That's my rent money. And then later they're like, well, I don't know. Like, too late, cashed out. They already spent them too. And then she fucking figured out it was her son, and fuck, dude. Like, you could hear it on like the actual conversation. Like, he stole my shit. Ah. He went off on his ass, and he's like, ah. It's crazy. I was like, what the fuck?
Damn.
Yeah, I'm sure gang of kids did shit like that, but
Oh, I guarantee a shitload of kids did that because
yeah,
that's a problem too. Is like it's non-refundable. So, like in her situation, where it's like that's my rent
that's why
money, bro.
it's
Like
like you're fucking hit.
I literally like can't pay rent now because of this. Like, but that's also I don't know, man. I get it. I get it on both sides because it's like
Yeah,
a a, a company that makes $5 billion a year should be able to say, all right, whatever. Here we're gonna give you a refund. Don't even worry about it. Don't trip.
that's how
Um,
you get $5 billion. Huh?
but then that comes out and then people go on Fortnite and spend like $1,000 and then they call as themselves, be like, oh yeah, I didn't buy all this. Like it must have been my son. Like, can I get that back? And they're like, yeah, here you go. Like then people will be like, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
trying to scam them like that. So
Well,
it's
that's
like
what I'm saying. A lot of people are
you
gonna do
can't
those
take that shit from
chargebacks.
people.
That's why a lot of companies do like they'll ban your ass for chargebacks
Oh yeah,
because of that.
yeah.
Like, uh, Airbnb will do it. If you have a chargeback, they'll ban your ass. Like they'll shut
So
your shit down.
so will Guitar Center until
Yeah,
that chargeback is removed.
yeah. And the
They'll
only way
they'll
to get the
ban your ass.
chargeback removed is you got to pay that.
Hmm.
You have to pay that chargeback.
Well, you have to call your bank on the Guitar Center end. From what I remember, is that you had to get that removed and pay it. So you have to call your bank, tell them to remove that chargeback, and then you have to like wire transfer the money
Well,
or pay with a different card.
Square Enix will let you come back. When I worked for Square Enix,
Hmm.
they'll let you come back, but you have to pay that amount that got charged back. You have to pay it.
Yeah, that's what Guitar Center did. There was no settlement or anything like that. It was
No,
like
there's no settlement. Well,
you
they'll
have to
like,
pay this back, or like you have to pay this with a different card or a wire transfer, or you go to collections.
dude. When I worked for Square Enix, I saw some crazy ass shit, dude. I seen people were buying
Honda
crazy,
Civics.
crazy ass amount of shit, and I was like, dude,
What's the
you're.
most amount of money you saw spent on that shit?
I never saw like an exact total because we don't see totals
Right.
when we were there. Well, when I worked there, it was we just got to see like what they spent. Like there wasn't like he spent a total of. No, it was just like the transactions. We could only see like the transaction at the time that each one. And I was seeing people that were like spending easily like a month easily out. He would spend like $500, $600 a month. There was people that were spending way more than that. But like average people only spend maybe their subscription, which is maybe like $50 for the year.
That's no,
And
that's not that bad.
then no, it's not that bad, but wait, it wasn't $50 a year. It was $50 for like 3 months.
Let's look it up.
Yeah, it's like there's not a yearly subscription. It's like
What's
three
that shit
months.
called?
The one that I worked for was Final
Final
Fantasy
Fantasy online
online. It was like Final
server.
Final Fantasy 15. No, 14. Final Fantasy 14.
Hmm. A 60-day game time code. What does that mean? Is that subscription is $30.
Yeah,
$30 for 2 months.
there's a 3 month one. 90 days.
That's just the one that shows up here. This is on the Square Enix store.
Yeah.
Oh, this one says for new players though. What about
It's $9.99 a month.
Final Fantasy Online? Hold on. No, that's how that comes up. Starter edition, free 30-day subscription.
So that's if you start. Once you start, you get a 30-day subscription, and then after that, it'll start charging you to play.
How
Which
to
that
buy
game?
a subscription? $12.99 a month.
Hmm,
$12.99, and then
I must have changed it.
nope. The standard subscription is $14.99 a month. The entry subscription is $12.99.
Hmm.
So
I think you might be looking at it wrong. From what I
no,
remember, it was.
this is what I'm reading.
Hmm.
That's all that says though. So $15.99 a month. So I don't know. Let's see what Steam says.
I don't know, but people play that and fuck, dude.
Hmm. I have no idea. It doesn't give me anything.
Well, anyways,
Well, yeah. Either way, let's say it's fucking $15.99 a month for 3
well,
months. It's
that
still
just to
like
play the game, dude.
$45.
Just to play the game, you have to have a subscription. So just to even play.
Well, yeah.
So
It's like World of Warcraft.
yeah, so on top of the fact that you gotta pay to play,
Mm-hmm.
you have to. Well, you don't have to, but a lot of people buy like outfits, skins. They call them mounts, which is pretty much what it sounds like. It's something you ride, like a fucking. It's either a dragon, some weird fucking. They have what like a weird chicken. It's like it's called a. I don't remember what it was called. It was something weird, but it's like a fat chicken, and uh, they got dragons, horses, and all sorts of shit. Um, the most
Yeah.
expensive mount I saw was like I think it was like $60. It was like some sort of dragon.
Yeah, games
There,
like that are fucking crazy because
yeah, those.
they cost
Well,
so much money to like,
well,
you know.
it's a MMO. That's the thing. It's
I know, but that's what I'm saying. So
and
MMOs are
it's
fucking crazy. That's what I'm saying.
dude. Those
That's
games are
insane.
crazy. I didn't know like I knew about like those games, but
Mm-hmm.
it didn't. I didn't understand them until I started working for one. That I
Yeah,
realized
it's a good scam.
well, it's not a scam. It's just that you make a lot of money. That people get that like lost into that thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
their imagination goes so deep into that game that people will like it's crazy. I've seen crazy messages to where people like are begging to get their accounts back. Like they'll forget maybe how their login or something, or maybe they lost their old email that they had for that account,
Right.
something like that, or some sort.
Sure.
You know how it is nowadays. Nowadays, your computer and your phone save everything, and you don't gotta remember shit. You just click and go in, right?
It's true.
Something happens. I don't know. They lose their phone or whatever the fuck. They
Mm-hmm.
they can't get into their fucking account anymore because they don't remember the fucking password because it's related to their email. So it sends the thing to their email. They're like, "Fuck, dude, this email I created when I was 14. I don't fucking remember. I've never had this problem because I've always, my phone or my computer's always remembered it. So I always just logged in."
Right.
Well, fuck, dude. That's the only way I can verify it is to send you your password reset to that email. Oh fuck! Then now what do I do? And they freak out and they're begging
That's
to
the
get that
weird
shit
thing when
back.
they flip out and it's like, bro, like
Dude,
I
they
I just work here. You think I
no, but like
fucking own the goddamn internet? Your fucking
what's
email
crazy
company,
was
dickhead?
they went into stages, dude. Like you ever heard that thing like where people are like people
Like
like
the 5 stages of grief or some shit like that.
yeah, or like when you're about to like it almost like when they say oh when you're about to kill someone they go through like they go from scared to begging, from begging to like just do it, from that to like I don't care anymore, whatever, fuck you, and then anger or whatever. They go through like these stages of
I
emotions.
guess that's a fucking very macabre way to put it.
I don't know where I heard it. It was some sort of way like they go through stages
A
of fucking
murderer. That's where you fucking heard it.
I don't know. But anyways, um yeah, at first they're aggressive. They talk shit. You're gonna hear from my lawyer. This is some bullshit, blah, blah blah. And then they go to begging, and then from begging they go to like going hysterical, like this is my life. I don't know what I would do without this. You're like, God damn, like
Go
relax,
get
chill,
one,
man.
bro. Go get
Like,
a life. That's a little
dude,
much.
there's people that are so like into this thing,
Hmm.
um, they like forget who they really are. Like they think they're that person, like character. Like without that character, they're nobody.
Really?
They're like that deep into that shit, dude. It was fucking bonkers, dude.
What do you mean? Give an example.
Like, okay, let's say me and you play Fallout, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, right? Like Fall or Skyrim. Let's say Skyrim or Fallout, same shit, right?
Sure.
We build our character, we play all day, every day. Nobody knows us from our real information or any of that. Like we meet people online, we're nobody else but that character. But we don't have friends outside of that. We don't socialize. We're really like just low key, just always at the house playing this game because we don't have anything else to do, right?
Sure.
So our whole social life and everything is based on this game.
Mm-hmm.
Your friends are on this game. You don't have anything else to do but that game.
Right.
So some people get so far into that thing that they forget to connect that. They forget that boundary of like this is a game and this is real life, and they start going into the whole like they think they're that character. Like they start losing it
But
almost.
but 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 that's what I'm saying. So do you have like a real example of like that happening, or
Well, yeah, there was a dude that was saying like he was saying like he was gonna kill himself because he didn't have anything else to do. Like that was him, and we were like, whoa, like chill, bro. It's not that serious. And we had to escalate that issue, and we were like, I don't know what happened after that. I don't know how they figured out how to get him his account back, but that dude was like, I'm gonna smoke myself for this.
damn?
Like I don't have anything else but this game.
That's a lot. See,
And I was like, whoa. But you could tell, like,
it's sad.
we looked into the account, like, and you could tell he was like that invested into this account. Like, that he spent a lot of money. He had a lot of things, like, and we're like, damn, dude.
I could see feeling that way if like I lost my whole family, if I lost like all my money, or like
Well, that's
my
what I was thinking. I was like, maybe this guy
fucking
doesn't have anything.
my whole ass house with everything I own in it, including my cars, explode.
I don't know,
I could
but
see that, but I can't see, I guess that's what it was like to him though. Like he had
I
nothing
don't.
else except for that.
Well, that's how deep he was into this game, and
That's crazy.
bro, like, yeah. When they told me that, I was like, yeah, I don't know, bro. Like, they
That's
escalated that issue. Like,
insane.
I don't know what happened about that, but yeah, dude, that shit's crazy. I was like, fuck, dude. I was like, you get that lost in your game?
And to anything. You should not be that lost in anything.
Well, there's people that can't break that reality, dude. That
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's just unhealthy. Like no matter what you're doing, being that controlled by it is that's too
well, that's
much.
why it's like an obsession. It's like a drug, I think.
Oh, it's
But
worse than an
but
obsession.
that's what
I
I'm
don't
trying to
know.
say. It's like
Is there a
it's
stronger
kind of like
word than
it's.
than this obsession?
I don't think so, but it's kind of like those games, like or those. Have you ever seen those animes where people play games and their whole life is revolves around like that game?
They're absorbed. They're too absorbed in it.
Yeah, pretty much because that's what they think they are. That's who they think they are.
Yeah,
They think they're that character. They don't
that's so
think
crazy.
they're like Bob or whoever the fuck their real name would be. They think they're fucking Zenzetsu or whatever the fuck their you know player name is.
Right.
Dude, they get lost in that shit. And Square Enix makes it to where I can see where how you might be able to get lost into that fucking thing because it gives it a birthday, like the character, it gives it a day that it was born, it gives it a name, an origin almost kind of thing. Like you could give it
Really?
an origin, yeah,
Oh, you can.
you can, yeah, but
Mm,
so it's
that's
like,
crazy.
but to give a character a birthday, like it has a birth date, like the day that you created it is its birth date,
That's a
which
lot.
makes sense. But Square
No,
Enix has it like to that,
doesn't need to be there.
yeah, it doesn't have to be there.
That's like something that like nobody asked for to me.
But that's how deep it goes, dude. And I was like, what? I was like, this character has a birth date,
That's kind of on Square Enix. They should get rid of that.
and they're like, it has a home planet, like a home world. They call it a world. Home world.
Like
You
what?
could try. Well, I don't know. Like there's one called Magnus or some shit like that. Home world. It's a home world. I don't know. It's like a certain map in the game. I don't know.
That's so weird.
There's a gang of them though.
Yeah, that's kind of on Square Enix. I feel like you
I don't
should make
know.
it should be treated like gambling. You don't want somebody to throw
Well, they had
all their
warnings.
fucking money away. No, it doesn't matter. Fucking casinos don't just have warnings. You know what I mean? Like there's strict gambling laws. There should be strict like how
I
much
think they
fucking money
do.
you can spend
I think they
laws
tell you like gamble responsibly.
in Square Enix game.
Oh, in Square Enix, yeah. I don't know.
That doesn't say
I'm sure they
gamble
had some sort.
responsibly because you're not gambling
Well,
technically,
no,
but
I'm talking about what you were talking about. We're
even
like, oh,
even
gambling.
even Grand Theft Auto has its limits because there's a casino in Grand Theft Auto online that you can go to and you can use real money to buy game money to then buy casino money in the game.
Oh
And
yeah,
even that has its limits. It only lets you spend like I think like 20,000 in-game dollars a day every 24 hours.
makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It makes perfect but
Look at Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto is like,
I mean, they don't cap their real money. You know what I mean? Like you could buy like fucking $20,000, like actual dollars worth of
yeah,
fucking video game money, and have like $20 billion or whatever the fuck that ends up being. But
dude. There's some
that's
people.
also
You
absurd.
know
Like
how
that's
hard
so
it is to like
much.
get even $1 billion on that game.
Yeah, it's crazy
Even
hard.
grinding it out, dude.
But
It's
yeah,
stupid.
yeah,
Because you can only make like a. How much could we make? Like we were grinding out that one mission, and we were making what, like 1 million and some change.
no, not even that.
We weren't even making that much, right?
No,
It was
we're doing like the
crazy.
first mission of the game. Like we're just grinding that out back and forth on each other's accounts, and I think you only end up with like 10, like 100 Gs at the end of it all.
Once you split it, I think. But it was easy enough to
Well,
where
no, because you could
people
give like
could
a
do it.
tiny split to the other person, but
Well,
yeah, it
yeah,
was only. I feel like it was only like 100,000. But I mean, there's people who've routed those shits so perfectly that you could do it by yourself.
yeah.
So, but I don't know. That shit's like you could do it, and that's how people in that game make so much money is that
A lot of
they
those
have
people.
everything super coordinated to where like
There's
they
some
know
people that.
exactly what they need to do, exactly where they need to be, and then like they just grind it out with friends
Nah,
that
I had
have
a
the same
friend
knowledge.
on the game that I used to play with. He was a dirty cheater on that game. He used to fucking glitch. He used to do the money glitches.
That's
One day,
different.
I remember one day. It's when I was playing Red
But
Dead. Remember?
there's people who do it legit.
Oh, there's people that do it legit. I know,
That's what I'm
but
saying, and they have
but no,
everything like
not this
down
dude.
to a
This dude
fucking
was
T.
fucking. This dude was that deep invested into this game, into Grand Theft Auto. He even said it. He was like, "Dude, I'm a straight up griefer." He's like, "I only play to fuck with people," and he's like, "And I
How were
glitch
you
like
friends with him?
because on like Red Dead, he
Shame
wasn't
on
doing
you.
it. He
Oh.
wasn't doing it, but on like Grand Theft Auto, like on GTA, he
Hmm.
could because he had like all the shit, like every single thing that came out, he had it because he had that much money because he was glitching it. Every money
Hmm.
glitch that came out, he was doing it. Remember one time we were like, "Hey, are you not gonna come play like uh Red Dead with us?" And he was like, "Nah, I'm doing this money glitch right now, and so far I've been doing it for 2 days, so I'm waiting for." He's like, "I'm waiting until like I can't do it no more." He's like, "I'm gonna do it for another day." We're like, "What?" I was like, "You're literally sitting there for 2 days doing this glitch?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm trying to just rack up money and I'm gonna buy a bunch of shit." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "All right, power to you."
That's wild.
That's how deep he was into that. Like he was sitting there just not playing, just doing this glitch. And just letting his fucking character walk around in a circle. That's what he said he was doing. He was like, "Oh, I'm just watching my character walk around in a circle, and the money is like coming in." He glitched
What the
it to a
hell?
certain way. There was some sort of glitch that he told me it was something with the airplane and some sort of mission that you do, and you glitch it, and that you put the airplane into your hangar, and it just starts like racking money. Like the money just keeps coming,
Hmm.
doesn't stop. He was doing some shit like that, and so he had his character just walking in a circle, so it didn't like kick him out for buffering or
Yeah,
idling.
yeah.
And so his character was just walking in a fucking circle, and he said he was just letting the money like stack up. I was like, "Fuck, dude, you're crazy."
It's so weird.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but I was like, "Yeah, I don't know about all that." There's people that
Some people
invest in
have
stuff.
time for it, but that's what I'm saying. There's people that have time to do it legit too, where they're like, "Oh yeah, me and one of my friends is gonna do this fucking money, not money glitch, but like they do like the same heist over and over and over and over again. Like they'll go through like all the heists in one day within like a few hours, and like it's just because they know the best routing for it. They know exactly how to get everywhere. They know what they'll need. They're overboard with that shit, And but yeah, like they just make a fuckload of money, like because they could do like every fucking heist like 2 times with their buddy and just get all that shit done super fast.
Right.
You don't even know what I said.
No, I heard you about the heist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of people
Sure.
do it. We were doing it for a minute where we were doing that heist, and we had it pretty down, and then we decided like it just takes too much time to do that. Where we
It took
could
too
do it.
much time because you sucked at the hacking part.
Was it the hacking that I was doing?
Yeah, because we were doing the first fucking thing, and you're like, all right, well, I'm gonna hack it. You drive over there, and either I was driving too fast or you were hacking too slow. But you fucking sucked at it.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. Yeah. No, that was later when we wanted to do it again.
Yeah, you were dog shit at that.
No, I'm talking about when we were breaking that dude out of that prison.
I don't remember. That was too long
Where
ago.
we got that where we got that evil little car, the bulletproof one, and we were driving around.
Oh yeah, I don't
And
remember that shit
then we
well
went to go
enough.
rob the bank, and we were all on motorcycles, and we took off. That was like the first mission that you do.
I guess so. I don't remember it too well because I just haven't played anything in so fucking long though.
Yeah.
Like I think the last game I played was I mean I guess it was a Switch because I haven't played PlayStation in fucking forever.
Yeah, I know. I was playing that fucking Shadows Die Twice, and I gave up on that. I'm probably gonna get fucked up if I try to play
Oh
that
yeah, I
game.
think that's probably the last game No, that's not the last game I played. I don't remember the
Sekiro.
last game I played. Yeah, I don't
We were
remember the
trying to
last
play.
game I
Well,
played.
I was playing Sekiro, and I started getting good, and then I stopped playing. I'm sure if I go back and start playing, I'm gonna get fucked up.
Yeah,
Do you remember
same.
how long it took me to beat that one fucking first boss? Fuck, dude, that shit took me like what,
No,
almost a month to beat. Just
no
kick my
way. The
ass.
first boss? Which first boss?
The butterfly lady.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
not
she
a
was.
month. That took you a minute though.
Yeah, she was fucking me up, dude.
Yeah.
And I was pissed. I remember I was like,
Well, she's hard to beat, and then people are like, "Oh, you have to like use this thing, and you do that, and then it fucking does this." And I tried that, and it didn't fucking work. So I was like, "I don't know what the fuck these people are doing, but whatever." Like, it's
you
not
know how I
working for
beat
me.
her? I just went all out on her and just beat the shit out of her.
That's what I did.
I didn't like try tricks or nothing like that. I just block, beat her ass. That was it.
That's what I did.
And I was
Like,
like, fuck. Like I don't
yeah,
know.
because
I was
I
trying
tried to
to.
use stuff on her, and it didn't work. Like, so I just
No,
had
that
to
shit don't work.
beat
Like
the shit out
people
of
were
her.
like, oh, use the snapping beans or whatever. That shit don't work.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I was
I
like, nah,
tried
I
that,
just
and
beat the fuck
I
out of her.
watched people do it. I watched people actually use
Oh
it, and
yeah,
it made all those little ghost guys go away. But then
oh
when
yeah.
I would do it, that shit didn't work.
No, it worked for me, but it made only like a certain amount of them go away. There was
None
still
of them
some
went
left
away
over,
for me. Like I was
and
just
I was
getting
like,
my whole ass kicked.
and then I
It was
just was like, you
bullshit.
know what? I'm just gonna run around a circle till these motherfuckers disappear, and then I'm just gonna beat their ass.
I would use those guys to like get my like third life thing back because they die
Oh,
in
you
one
tried.
shot, so you could just run behind them or whatever and death blow
Oh,
them, and that's it.
you were just killing them.
No, I wasn't killing them. I was only killing them if I needed to fill that up.
Oh,
Because your
you-
second life you only get if you death blow. So
oh,
if you beat her first life and don't get taken down,
yeah.
when she kills you, basically you don't get that second life. I think it's either the second or the third.
No,
I
you
think
already get a second one, but the third one, there's a
well
third
the
one.
third well the third one then I
You get
think
when
if
it's
you
death blow.
die you can come back to life, but then no, it is the second one because you could die and then you get the revive and then you have a third life that's a second little thing.
Yeah.
Right, so the third life you can only get, even if it's all the way full, the only way you could get it is if you death blow something. So I would use those guys to get it.
Yeah.
And
That's what
then
I'm
when
trying
I
to tell you.
did
The
kick,
third one is the one that you can't get like that easy.
and then I found out that I figured out like if I die, like if I don't at least get her with my first life to her like second stage, then I just restart. Like I'll just die and restart. Because it wasn't worth at that point using my third life to try to kill her.
Right.
So I would have to get her past her first stage in one life and then kick the shit out of her on the second and third.
I don't know. I beat her ass with the first just one life.
Oh, once I beat her, it was like completely one sided. I fucked her ass up so fast.
No, that I fucked her up, but like after I just was like, you know what? I'm just gonna beat her ass the way I know how, and I'm just gonna go for it.
That's
And
how
I
I beat. That's how I beat every
fucked her
single
up.
fucking boss, except for one. I think I threw a lot of fire at his ass.
The
But
ogre.
pretty much every no, the big fat guy, the
Oh,
drunkard guys.
the yeah,
Yeah,
Jiren or
those
what's his name?
guys. Yeah, those guys, and then who else did I beat? Pretty. I don't
Those drunk
remember.
guys. How
The
do you
oh
beat
yeah,
those?
the monk. The monk. You're supposed to like that like ghost monk. You're supposed to use the first corrupted monk that you fight, I think, or the only one. I don't know. I
Yeah,
kicked
you're
the shit
supposed to
out of
use like a
him
bunch of
without.
stuff.
You're supposed to use like snap seeds and shit like that, and
Snap seeds, the firecrackers.
I didn't know that. I just went in there and beat the shit out of him.
That's what I
Her.
did to the other one.
Apparently, it's a her.
Yeah, that hurt. Yeah, that's what I did to the first ghost monk that you meet. Remember that town where there's like a bunch of zombies or whatever? It looks like.
Yeah,
Looks like
Mibu Village.
yeah. I
Yeah.
went through there, and then there's like a ghost monk.
Mm.
That
Yeah,
I
that's the one. I just kicked the shit out of that
Yeah,
bitch.
she was fucking me up too, and then I just went all out on her and beat the
Yeah.
fuck out of her too.
Well, apparently I didn't have the once I got the mortality blade or whatever, then I fucked her up.
Oh
But for a while I couldn't figure that shit out. So
yeah, the one the one that was kicking my ass too was that girl, the rain one, the ghost. You
oh
remember how
yeah.
you walk up and she's like crying? It looks like or whatever the fuck she's doing.
She's got the basket head lady.
Yeah, she was fucking me up too because you couldn't hit her.
Yeah.
So you had to get like you said, you had to get the mortality blade and you had to fuck her up. That
No, I beat the shit out of her.
I fucked her up too
I
after.
figured
But
out I would fucking Mario jump on her head and beat the shit out of her.
yeah,
That's
that's
how
what
I
I was
beat
doing.
her.
That's how I figured out. So I jumped on her and fucking
Cause yeah, I
beat
didn't
the
use
fuck out
that.
of
I
her.
didn't use that blade. I didn't have it until the monk.
The one that does fuck me up still. I think that's where I was stuck. Was those fucking the headless?
The gorilla?
No, the gorilla. I fucked the gorilla up.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The fat guys.
The fat guys without a head.
Yeah, those guys I haven't beat any of them yet.
That's where I'm stuck at one. He's fucking me up.
With the blade?
Even with the blade.
Damn.
He's fucking me up.
Maybe I'll play that and stream it because I don't know. That
And
shit's
I
so
even got
hard.
that fucking umbrella, the ghost umbrella that helps you like block like their attacks. Like ghost attacks.
I don't know. Those fuckers are. I'm
It's
sure
like a
now I can
phoenix
probably
umbrella or
kick the
some
shit
shit.
out of them, but at the time, that shit was hard as fuck.
Dude, I'm sure right now if I go back, they're gonna fuck me up.
I remember that guy. What's that guy's name that's playing like the flute before it turns into Mibu Village when you're in the forest?
He's playing a flute.
He looks like a slug man.
I don't know.
He's like wearing red and he has a hat and he looks like a slug, but he's playing a flute, and that's what's making like causing all the fog in the forest. And then you
Oh,
jump through the roof.
oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, I fucked that person up real fast.
Yeah, for some reason Kevin told me like, "Oh, that dude's hard." And then I
It was
fucked him up and all the fog went away and I was like, "Oh, we're fucked now." Like I was like, we're fucked. Like there's no way. Cuz that shit
no.
was too easy.
That's what I said. I jumped in the roof, like I jumped down, And I
Mhm.
literally just like went off on him, just like, and he's like, "Ugh," and he died. And I was like, what the fuck? And the fog went away, and it turned out that house was like a
Yeah.
burnt down ass house. Yeah, I jumped through the roof and I just fucked his ass up. Like, I think I hit him like 3 or 4 times and he died.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Watch.
what
Let
the
me see.
fuck? Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Where you
No.
got to jump on that tree like a weird way and then jump on the roof.
Oh, I thought I saved it as a highlight, but I didn't. I wish I would have.
Well, I know what you mean. I jumped in there too and I just fucked him up. And I was like, what the fuck? And then like the fog went away, the house was like burnt down and wrecked.
Yeah.
And I was like, the fuck? I think you were on the phone with me when I did that. And I was like, well, that
Maybe.
was easy. Yeah, I fucked him up quick.
Damn. The last highlight I have was almost a year ago.
From Sekiro?
No, from Mortal Shell.
Fuck.
Because I was playing Mortal Shell and this fucking like I ran away from these big dudes because I was like, dude, fuck that. I'm not gonna be able to kick their ass because I didn't have enough health, I think.
Fuck.
And I fucking ran away and I was standing there and like Kevin was watching me through the stream and there's a delay.
Yeah.
Because he was watching me on his phone and I was like, Kevin, which way do I go? And I'm like standing there and I turn around and there's nothing, right? Like I just like look behind me. I'm like, do I gotta go back? And I look behind me. And then I look back because he's like, no, he's like, wait, go turn back again. And I turned back and I was like, which way do I gotta go? And then one of those big fucking dudes like apparently followed me like forever. And he
He just
fucking
kept chasing you.
yeah, he found me and he fucked me up. I was like, dude, this is bullshit. Watch, let me see.
Just getting fucked up all day.
Pretty much, it was stupid. I'll show you.
Dude, that's always funny when you catch yourself like getting fucked up or something like that.
See, watch. Ah, did I get him?
What the hell game is that?
Mortal Shell.
Oh, you're like a little knight?
It's like Dark Souls. There's two guys. Stop.
Sir Steve a lot?
Yeah. No. Fuck these guys. Run. So I just boned out. I was like, fuck this.
No, I almost have like 100.
Jesus.
What is that, a little camp?
I did it.
By the way, that the running attack is really good for those big guys.
You were just running around and
Which way
shit?
do I go? Yeah, I was like trying to figure out where to go because I
Let's
didn't
do
know.
it.
Yeah,
Guy.
that-
There's a guy right there.
I know.
again, I'm like super delayed.
See, I was like, well, I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to go because Kevin was telling me where
I
to
would
go.
say just go back to where the mushroom.
Oh, motherfucker!
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
That guy fucking knocked you out of your fucking metal
knocked
socks.
me out of my whole fucking body. That's why I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that dude.
He
That dude
followed me
fucking
so
got
far
you.
just to do that. Piece
Dude, that
of
was a
shit.
perfect timing, too. As soon as he turned on, I was like, ugh.
Yeah, that shit was fucking stupid. I was like, dude, this is bullshit.
Dude, he fucked you up hard.
Yeah, that one was good.
Dude, he hit you so hard, you left your fucking Nikes on the ground.
Yeah, you know, that was that fucking Debo uppercut
Yeah.
from Friday.
Just,
Yeah.
yeah, he was like, those are my fucking bike, punk. Just knock
Yeah.
you the fuck out.
That shit was bullshit. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
It is what it is, Steve.